Kids, let us learn about preparation of food. So, it is very important for everyone in life. The act of cooking food is an essential part of everyday life. So, it is an extremely important art and essential for everyone in life. And there are also many ways of preparing food. Cooking methods can range from boiling water to grilling a steak. For example, the rice we eat daily is prepared by boiling in water. But the potato fry you like the most is fried in oil. And the cake you love is always baked. Right? So, there are many different ways to cook food. So, let us learn about few cooking methods now. Boiling. So, it is a cooking method in which food should be in a pan of liquids which must be kept boiling all the time, quite of bubbles seen on the surface, and the boiling temperature is 100 degrees centigrade. Steaming. So, it is a method that is done by moist heat. This means cooking your food in water vapor over boiling water, like in preparation of idli. Roasting. It is applied to the cooking of large pieces of meat on fire. So, it is basically a high heat form of baking where food gets drier and brownier on the outside by initial exposure to high temperatures. So, this prevents most of the moisture being cooked out of the food. In frying, food is fried when it is placed or immersed in oil at high temperatures. So, in deep frying, the food is completely immersed in hot oil. And in shallow frying, it is a hot oil based cooking technique. So, it is used to cook portion sized cuts of meat. Coming to baking, it is also a method of cooking food by the action of dry heat in an oven. For example, breads, bread rolls, cakes, pastries, they all prepared by baking. Now, let's guess some food items that are prepared by these processes. Coming to boiling. The food items that are prepared by boiling are sauces and potato, cabbage. They are also boiled before frying them. Steaming. Idli, kudumulu, they can be prepared by steaming. Fermentation. Idli, dosa, curd, they are all prepared by fermentation. Roasting. Chicken can be prepared by roasting. Deep frying, vada, puri, they are deep fried. Shallow frying. Chicken, fish, they are prepared by shallow frying. Like chopping and mixing. Like cheese, garlic, they are prepared by this method. Cutting and mixing. Like vegetables. Not only these, there are various other methods followed in preparation of food. These are few basic methods. Now coming to preservation of food. Before learning about this concept, like you all know mango pickle or avakaya, right? This is very quite important food in our lives. So mangoes are seasonal, but we eat this pickle whenever we like to round the year. So our grandmothers and mothers pickled these mangoes and some other vegetables by adding spices and salt to preserve and enjoy the food all the time. So food can undergo spoilage generally due to various reasons like bacterial contamination, insects, physical and chemical changes, etc. So, food preservation is one important method of protecting food from microbial growth and minimizing the food spoilage. So, coming to the methods of food preservation, drying, it is an ancient method of food preservation. So, this drying process decreases the water content and it stops the bacterial growth. Meat, fruits like apples, amla, grapes, they are dried in this preservation process. Few foods are freezed, like cold food storage is the simplest method of preservation in refrigerators, right? We all keep fruits and vegetables in our refrigerators to store for 1 week or 10 days. So, it slows down the growth of microorganisms to stop the spoilage. Coming to salting and pickling. This is one method of preservation. So, seasoning, it removes the wet from food like meat. So, pickling involves protecting the food in salt solution or marinating in vinegar and oil to preserve the food for long time. Adding salt kills and inhibits the expansion of microorganisms. And sugar can also be used as preservative in syrup form to protect fruits or in the crystallized form. Sugar reduces the water content and inhibits the microbial growth. Like we know common sugar preserved foods, they are jams and jellies. And pasteurization. So it is a simple and mild heat treatment method to foods like milk to kill most of the microorganisms. Like generally on milk packets, we generally see that it is a pasteurized milk. So these pasteurized products, they are cooled after heat treatment and packed for sale. Now, after learning these few preservation methods, can you guess some food items and the types of preservatives? Right. Adding salt, chili powder and oil as a part of preservation, what we can prepare? They are pickles, right? If you want to add only salt, fishes and salt are added to preserve the fish for long time. Drying meat, fish, they can be dried as a part of the preservation process. Sugar syrups, jams and jellies can be prepared by adding the sugar syrup. Food preservation decreases the food wastage and makes it possible for us to get the fruits and vegetables even in off seasons. So it retains the quality of food, texture, color and flavor and also the nutritional value of the food.